Have you ever laid in bed, eyes open in the dark, heart racing, and thought, I could have done more? That haunting silence, that uncomfortable pause between reality and regret is not there to hurt you. It's trying to remind you, you didn't give it everything. You played it safe. You said, I'll try, when you should have said, I will. So I'll ask you now, what are you waiting for? The perfect moment, the ideal time. Here's the truth. There is no perfect moment. There is only right now. And if you're going to do something in this life, do it with everything you've got. Not halfway, not I'll see how it goes. Full force, dive in. Or walk away and stop lying to yourself. The worst kind of failure isn't trying and falling, it's never knowing. If you could have made it because you never truly gave it, you're all. That kind of regret, quiet, heavy, unspoken, is what haunts people for life. It sneaks into your thoughts during your quietest moments and whispers. What if? Let me ask you something. How many things in your life right now are only getting 50% of your effort? Your goals, your relationships, your health, yourself. When you only give half, you never get the full reward. You never really fail, but you never really succeed either. You live in a blur limbo between what could have been and what never was. Someone once told me, you're too full of yourself. At first, I took it as an insult, but then I asked, well, who else should I be full of? Why is it wrong to believe in yourself? Why is it arrogant to say, yes, I'm capable, and I'm proud of that? The world teaches us to downplay our strengths, to stay humble to the point of self-erasure. But here's the truth. Being full of yourself, your purpose, your values, your passion, that's not ego. That's power. So ask yourself, what if the version of you that's truly full of themselves is the version of you you've been hiding? We spend so much time applauding others and so little time acknowledging ourselves. You would never tear your friend down for trying and failing. So why do you do it to yourself? When was the last time you looked in the mirror and said, I'm proud of you? Not because you won something big, not because you crossed the finish line, but because you showed up when no one clapped, because you kept going when it was hard. That's the kind of courage that builds character. And yet, you beat yourself up for not being perfect. Here's a question worth asking. Do you celebrate your efforts or only your outcomes? You can't guarantee happiness, but you can engineer satisfaction, real, quiet satisfaction, the kind that doesn't scream for attention, but settles deep in your chest like peace. Want to know the secret? Reduce pain, not just chase pleasure. Learn the habits that don't make life easier, but make it smoother. Think about it. Isn't it easier to be kind to others than to yourself? Isn't it easier to forgive others than to move past your own mistakes? Why? Why is your compassion so freely given to others, but rarely offered to the person in the mirror? Yes, you messed up. Yes, things didn't go as planned. Maybe you made a decision that cost you everything. Own it. Feel it. Then release it. You are allowed to move on. Carrying guilt doesn't make you noble, it just makes you stuck. The people who grow aren't the ones who never fall. They're the ones who get up, look themselves in the eye, and say, I'll do better next time. Because regret isn't the punishment. Staying there is. So here's the challenge. Can you forgive yourself and still hold yourself accountable? You're told to find yourself, like your buried treasure waiting to be discovered. But maybe that's the wrong approach. Maybe the better question is, who are you not? Start there. Eliminate what drains you. Step away from what dims your light. Don't try to become something. Unbecome everything you're not. The truth isn't hidden in some distant future version of you. It's revealed when you strip away the noise. And here's a wild thought. Maybe you're already who you're meant to be. You just haven't accepted it yet. We glorify hustle, grind, no sleep, always pushing. But is that really the only way forward? What if sometimes the real work is resting, laughing, letting go? What if the breakthrough comes not from pushing harder, but from stepping back? The grind has its place, but don't confuse constant motion with progress. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is pause, reflect, and choose a better direction. So ask yourself, Are you pushing forward or just running in place? Ever feel like life's finally going right, and then suddenly fear creeps in like it's too good to be true? That's not reality. That's your limiting belief. Talking. You're not afraid of failure, you're afraid of success. Because success changes everything. It demands responsibility. It reveals who you really are. And sometimes that scares people more than anything else. So do you think you're not good enough to win? Or are you just scared of what happens when you do? Why do some people chase roles that scare them? Dreams that stretch them? Because growth has a price, and comfort doesn't pay it. You want to feel alive? Then chase something that might break you. Get nervous. Feel the fear and do it anyway. That's where the magic is. That's where you discover who you are. Greatness was never meant to be safe. It was meant to be earned. Your life is not a movie you're watching. It's a book you're writing. So why are you acting like a side character? Rewrite your story. Make bold. Edits. Flip the page. Your past doesn't define you. Your actions do. Too many people are waiting for someone else to come and hand them a better story. Stop waiting. Pick up the pen. Be the author. Let go of the idea that you'll ever arrive. That one day, everything will be perfect. That you'll be done, fulfilled, finished. That moment doesn't exist. The secret, there is no final destination. And that's the gift, because it means we're always becoming, always learning, always chasing our hero 10 years down the road. And guess what? That's what makes the journey beautiful. You ever finish a day and know, deep down, I gave it my all? That feeling of earned pride can't be bought. It comes from intention, preparation, execution. It's when effort meets discipline. You want confidence, you want peace. Start there. Show up for yourself, even when no one's watching. Especially then, this is your story, your climb, your race. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need permission. You just have to start, sweat for it, believe in it, stay in process. Life like the finish line doesn't exist. And when people tap you on the shoulder and say, you did it, smile. Not because you arrived, but because you kept going. Take the limits off your thinking. Play like the underdog. Stay involved. Stay humble. Stay committed. Keep chasing the version of you that's 10 years away. Because that's how you win. That's how you live. That's how you become you. Asterisk.